Again, Zetian has struggled, but at least it's paired up with a Lancelot in the jungle, so it's not an overload on utility. I think across the board, we're all vibing a little bit more towards RRQ's drafts.
Cram's going to get pulled back.
Whoa, that's 4 members of RRQ actually trying to go for Cram. They force out the flicker though, so there seems to be an intention to somehow shut him down, but Sakai goes in, even using the Phantom Execution towards Rins, but he still does not decide to use the Purify.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. This turtle's up, and this is a battle for space right now. A lot of poking going on here. There's a jump in from Edok, but they just want to fight for it.
Okay, the ultimate's already committed as well. They somehow have a bit of control here, but that's the Dark Wave knocking up 2 members from RRQ. Dairen goes to the back lines though, and it's still Sakai who gets to secure everything. Razor's Wrath doesn't land onto anyone but Toy. He gets first blood. Sakai trades out to Jin, but on the top lane, Yums will be the next to fall.
Whoa, there's a fight everywhere. Sakai's in trouble too. Edok, he'll clean up the kill before going down himself. So at least amongst it all, SRG gets a double for Stormy. They also get the turtle. Was great because, I mean, with Innocent, he could have just joined the fight. Rins?
Yep. He was the first one to rotate out of his lane, but SRG are actually doing a really great job at holding this river side. Oh, Cram decides to burst or go in first. However, there's the Tsunami Slam already committed. Edok gets taken out. Sutsujin this time secures the turtle out. SLD will land on to Riz, and Innocent will be coming on from behind. But the Phantom Execution will be enough. 2-man knockup coming in from the Tsunami or the Tidal Strike. But Yums, he will not be able to sustain all that, but it might just be all worth it for SRG.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get a couple kills off it. Of course, the turtle went to RRQ.
They literally have to coordinate and be together in order for them to maximize their potential, their capabilities. But Edok goes in with a flicker, gets to catch only Crab because Stormy still has the flicker, but the Fury of the Phoenix will be used to counter against RRQ. Yums from behind trying to hold out some of the other members. Brave the Spider already committed by Dairen as well. There's another fifth break catching 3, but Toy might not get to target anyone with the Blazing Duet. Sakai this time gets the turn Operator's Wrath, lands onto Yums. Sutsujin holding everyone down all by himself, but SRG, they might want to go for it. Fortunately, RRQ are able to run away though.
The advantage they were looking for, you know, there was a great amount of damage from the Appraiser's Wrath from Sutsujin, but still they weren't able to win and out. Sakai is going to be out just fine in that exchange, but what a good fight for SRG there. Try to delay him out a little bit, then that might be one of the game plans for RRQ, but he's protected really well. You can see he just goes down to the bottom lane now. Yums providing so much information. He might be in trouble.
Oh, beautiful counter with the Tsunami Slam onto Edok. Now he gets immediately taken down before he gets to do anything. He was right close under the turn as well, but Toy, now with that energy eruption, they find a way to deal with Sakai's. That was a bit too dangerous up against 3 members of RRQ.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Sakai's was like, I got this, and Toy said, no, it's all right. So this is actually probably going to get them the Lord here. There is a trade on the tier 2 turn on the bottom side, but RRQ now going for this. Oh, Spear. Okay, yeah.
Oh, we've seen too much.
We've seen it too much, Brigitte. You know, you kind of hold your breath a little bit. We've seen too many Lords, too many turtles taken with the Spear Destruction from a Mozkov.
Forced them to a fight, but then SRG, the way they're dealing with it right now, was just really banking on the idea that Innocent needs to take his time, but the Lantern Flare stack will catch on to Sakai once again. Fortunately, gets to dash away with the puncture. There's a beautiful knock-up coming in from Yums as well. They commit the Tsunami Slam onto Sutsujin, but on the other side of the map, Sakai is doing a great job as well, zoning out or actually dealing the damage towards the tankiest members, but he gets traded down too.
Toys coming to the fight. He's trying to send out the Blazing Duet, but he gets hit into the wall. He finally gets it off. He'll take down one, forces the flicker from Stormy. What a fight in the mid lane. Lord finally goes down.
They tend to make these very bold decisions too.
Hey, we love these slow motion. Oh, Edok! That wasn't slow motion. Edok's taken out.
Okay, another Tsunami Slam will be committed onto Sutsujin. It seems like he's always the target. Now he gets caught. Innocent with the double kill once again, but Graham gets traded out. Yums doesn't get to jump away. And now Sakai's in too deep with the execution. Might get the kill on Toy, and he's actually able to get the kill.
Oh my goodness, what a turnaround! And it was the same thing. Innocent comes in with a Spear Destruction. Dairen might get sandwiched into here. He's trying to get back to the mid lane, but Innocent's just like, I'm taking this turret. They win that fight. He's starting to be a big threat. Not only that, though, but if you throw so much at a Lancelot, trying to catch him, you know, you can buy like these windows of opportunity with a Thorn Rose, with a Phantom Execution. Oh, there it is.
Another surprise engage. Fury of the Phoenix as well committed just to follow up, but the damage coming in from RRQ! It just seems too much. Toy doing a great job at dealing damage. Innocent all alone up against 4, and he won't be able to handle it anymore.
Oh, that was such a good kind of fight back from RRQ. Sakai's is still up. He might still try to delay that. It's only Innocent and Cram that are down. Pendulum swinging game of back and forth. That you can't clearly say RRQ's got this Lord. SRG will fight it out too. So now with everybody back up, they're ready to fight for the Lord here.
Yeah, they gotta be cautious. They gotta manage the waves down bottom first. And also be wary of the threat of a potential steal away from the last one. But it burst down the Lord. No steals whatsoever are gonna happen. There's the Blazing Duet once again coming in, however, and it deals enough damage against SRG. They're trying to chase after them. Lantern Flares coming in from Riz, but will he be able to catch up? Innocent, Humes, and Stormy, they're just able to walk away.
As I said, Brugada, it's a pendulum for game number 1, swinging back and forth. Yeah, the Lord went to SRG, but they lost 2 bodies off of that. So this could be cleared out, but this is also the power of Mozkov.
Yeah.
Innocent rolls right up top, takes the tier 2 as well, because he knows RQ's got to deal with this. Well, he throws the spear down, but he knows Susujin's there as well. So this is, and he's actually going to transfer on down.
Whoa. That is a very brave move, and now with the Blazing Duet, Innocent bursted down. Riz gets the final blow as well, but will he be able to keep himself safe? He will. It's a double for Riz on the Jushin.
Hey, I guess they decided, let's just go for it.
Just hold on to whatever lead you had, and I said had because
it's gone.
It's gone.
They had one, but they don't. Jumps on in.
There's the passive though, but it still doesn't keep Stormy safe. Yums might get bursted down next. Another double from Riz, literally trying to work on that redemption that we've been talking about. At least Innocent is still there though, so they have ways ways to clear the waves, but RRQ, they'll just go in and take this turret away from SRG.
Do they still want to fight this? They're going to jump on in the mid lane anyway.
Oh, and Eruption used on Sakai, but they go after Crab instead. Innocent trying to deal with the other members, but it seems like they do not care about the damage.
This has been a compounding. RQ's swung 3.5K in their favor, and the Lord is up. They're feeling confident about this. They'll start it up. SRG's going to get in position here. They will force this again, probably with Yumes, but they're going to get caught here.
They find a target, and it's going to be Yumes. Sakai's trying to find a kill onto Riz. Fury of the Phoenix will not land, though. Sutsujin Energy Eruption will be used towards Sakai's. Edok is there as well to put some pressure, but that does not completely stop Sakai's from trying to contest. There's Edok too, once again, trying to block the way though. But will Sakai's find another route? Oh, the Fist Crab actually lands onto him. Sutsujin changes target.
What the setup right there, but Innocent's pushing the base anyway. He's going for Rins. He's gonna be stopped. It's a 1v1. He throws the Spear Destruction and he'll get Rins anyway. Pops the Wind of Nature, going against Edok. He has the damage. He picks up 2.
That was a close call. Wind of Nature, SOD. All means just to escape, even the Purify.
It was such a good juggle from RQ. They dealt with Sakai's so much, zoning him out from the Lord. Innocent pushes, he gives the call. He's up in 10, and they'll have to stall this out. Some of the base turrets might fall here, depending on how RQ plays this out. But right now, SRG is okay. They'll deal with the Lord, they'll deal with some of the pressure, but they bought themselves enough time to stay in the game. How do we make sure we don't get just like pushed off the map from Innocent? Because with that base turret down now, that's something they can play into. Good thing the Lord is on that side and not the opposite side, so that alleviates some of the pressure. Oh, Edok!
But even in just the orange buff, they decide to pick a fight. Edok gets bursted down, however, Immortality already popped, and Sakai's will be able to find the kill on the Sutsujin! But Toy might just save the game for RRQ. Deals enough damage with the Blazing Duet. Once again, there's the stun coming in from Dyren. They go for Crab this time around, but Innocent is just chasing after every single member of RRQ, but still, they find a way. Another Bravest Fighter in!
And they go in, they get the slam on down as well. Innocent, Immortality's still going to be popped. He finally goes down from Riz, and RQ pushes and pulls their way to win this team fight. They'll get the wipeout.
EDOC trusted his ability to sustain and get a shield. And now it's RRQ who prevails in game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, in the matter of a fight 2 times, and he saved the second one for a bit farther into the fight. So, I mean, it's definitely insane. And without Dyron, I don't think RRQ would have been able to pull through on that series.
So they do go for the Lancelot. They get that burst. How are we feeling about these drafts? Which team are you siding with?
I really like the SRG draft right now. I think it's very straightforward. I think it's clean. I think it's a bit simpler than what they tried to do last time.
We're yet to see that happen in the knockouts because teams tend to play a little more cautiously, and that's for sure, but that does not seem cautious at all. What a surprise setup coming in from Dyron. They get to burst down Rids first. However, Stormy trying to hold on to dear life, but he won't be able to survive that as well. Sutsujin freely gets hold of the objective for his team, but it's a beautiful curtain called Yo-Yo Blitz coming in from Cram. Finds a way to respond to RRQ, but Dyron, he buys some time for Sutsujin to steal away the orange or the purple buff.
Okay, a whole lot happened there. Suzuki should be fine. He's gonna throw no. Never. Oh, he's so close to dying. Again, earlier, even Sakai is getting that charge up, the shot in there, but man, so Turtle goes to RQ.
Yeah.
So this might be one of the games where it's like Cram now has this lead against Dyron. He's got 2 early kills on a CC, which is going to allow him to go ahead and duke it out, but already up top.
And 3 members are going to actually punish him right there. So as you mentioned, they are looking to secure that early advantage for Cram once again. And I believe this happened earlier too. They just have to really keep it close. But the Zaman Force already committed by Toy. The other members of SRG.OG are also down bottom as well. But going back, okay, we can't even say anything about what happens in terms of the lineup because for now, RRQ will try to burst down Yooms. Is it the right decision? However, Sakai's actually pretty low as well. They're doing a great job at just sustaining and holding on despite all that early game damage you mentioned.
It's still the same thing. Both teams going back and forth already in game 2, just like they did. They're looking to make a play up here on Cram.
Oh,
nice final slash.
That's a beautiful lantern flare, final slash, but now they get tied with the curtain call. Both EDOC and Dyron get taken out right before the turtle.
See, that's crazy because like RQ just ends up, surviving that whole interaction in the mid lane. They could have just started probably the turtle. They go for a play up top, and now they're going to lose this objective of an SRG. Cram will go ahead and zone out as much as possible. Susujin, and they might get some more. I mean, they have to respect this. They flicker forward.
Such an aggressive decision coming in from RRQ, and that cost Rins his life. Dyron still decides to go in, though. Does use the final slash. Will he get the kill onto Sakai? He actually does. A nice follow as well coming in from EDOC, but the blazing do it from Innocent might force them to get away. Zaman Force already committed by Toy, but will he be able to find a trade? EDOC will fall next. Cram battling up against Toy, but finds a way to escape, but no!
I mean, if we had 51 kills earlier,
yeah,
I don't know how many we're going to have this time in game 2.
We might be exceeding that even if the pace keeps going like this, but even despite the early lead that Cram was able to establish, or SRG.OG was able to establish for their XP lane,
a lot more aggressive. They are a team that likes to be a little more foundational, a little more stick to the book here.
Yeah.
A lot with these objectives, and they're going to have to fight for the second turtle. They are dealing with the pressure from SRG's lineup. There's a jump on in.
Oh, AOG curtain call. Beautiful call coming in from RRQ, but Sutsujin still gets the turtle for his team. EDOC, though, will be punished here. Double kill for Cram. Riz just trying to scare away the other members from chasing them, but that was clearly somehow a bit more favorable for SRG.
Yeah, they get a couple kills off of it. They get some pressure. They dealt with Toy. Toy was starting to scale up pretty well in this Harris.
Whoa.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, those are very aggressive combinations coming in from SRG. And then somehow Dyron gets to cancel that feathered airstrike, but that was a close call for Rins. Okay, so going back, I know we did mention that RRQ, hold on, Sutsujin, will he get to escape this? Cram doing a great job at pressuring him as he tries to defend that tier 1 down bottom.
Starting to be a really big problem. Actually, it's been a problem for the majority of the game, but whoa, hold on.
That's a lot of damage coming in from Stormy. The other members didn't even have to do much. They just stood right in front of them, blocked their way to trying to cancel Stormy out or answer back, and now that's a Zaman Force coming from Choi. Tries to burst down Cram, but he gets to bounce away.
How do we approach these fights? What do we do? Because a lot of that is this final slash.
Oh, Phantom Execution doesn't connect, but they still get the kill on Stormy. However, one man down for SRG.OG. And that is one way you could also use your resources in conjunction with one another for RRQ. Like, just take them by surprise like that.
They want to take down one of the biggest damage dealers. They're going to be fine. There's the initiation, though.
2 or 3 man knockup done right there. But with the Blazing Duet, SRG.OG are actually able to hold out. It's a triple for Crab. Could possibly be a maniac. And he finds it on the CC. 11-1 and 3.
And he's going to get the Lord. Cram is right now the team. Takes a very specific lineup for it to really work the way it has, but so far it's been phenomenal in the hands of Cram for game 2, and this is giving a huge swing in favor for them. RRQ doesn't really have an answer to deal with this. We usually see CCs do well in damage, but look, he's sitting at number 1, pretty far ahead of a Farsa. That is insane that he's actually able to do that. And also, a lot of this has to do when he jumps on into this, he pops the Vengeance, and he's fine. He's also tanky and does so much damage.
Yep. And looking at it right now, Dyren does have the Flicker if they'd want to decide to go for something, but you'd also have to consider, would it be best to actually use it as a means to cancel out the other members of SRG.OG instead? But he decides to use it as a setup, gets the follow-up from the other members, and Sakai is the first to get targeted down, but the AOG denies Sutsujin on the escape, and now Innocent goes in with the Blazing Duet, will find the kill onto Rinse as well, and the Fettered Airstrike will nearly catch up to EDOC, but that was clearly a decision by RRQ. They wanted to force a fight right there.
That was a risk, if anything, Brigida. I mean, they chose to fight. They thought, you know, we clear the Lord, we can handle this, we're going to go for it. Now they're going to lose this base turret. And even so, it's been time and time again where we've seen this final slash used to start some of the fights.
Yep. That RRQ might find it a bit more difficult to deal with him, even if you want to potentially take him out first, as probably one of the members who gets to extend a little bit further deep into the fight. But even when they decide to go for him or the Tsunami Slap, it does not seem to be the best possible decision. Toy gets blasted as well. Sutsujin tries to go for Stormy, but just repositions with the Wings by Wings. And Innocent decides to go in as well with the Blazing Duet. They might actually try to go for this base turret.
So we'll see if SRG decides to end the game on this push.
There's a concealed play. They definitely want to look for something here. Final stack already committed by Dyren, but Innocent, he will just be targeting the turrets right here. Dyren buying a lot of time, but the curtain call is already committed onto him. Gets bursted down as well. There's a Tsunami Slam, but EDOC, he won't be able to sustain. And now SRG.OG, they equalize the series.
Yeah, and the really smart thing about Stormy rushing that Genius Wand is that it goes well with Yumes. Yeah, the Genius Wand helps reduce the magic defense that Yumes would be more than happy because he deals magic damage too.
What was that?
That was X-Borg.
Yeah, baby!
This is interesting because now tempo can be wrestled with.
Yeah.
With the X-Borg, you can kind of poke out your opponents. Any full commitment to break the Faraga armor is going to initiate all the ults from SRG.
But SRG, we'll see if they actually want to just give this one away.
Okay, they finally decide to go for the commit. This time around, Last Insanity already burned as well, literally burning Dyren down. But they gain the control in the turtle, but that's a beautiful stun coming in from Cram. Doesn't allow them to secure it for themselves, however. There's the heavy spin as well coming in from Sutsujin. So SRG.OG might just try to fight this. There's no heavy spin anymore for Sutsujin, but the way of the dragon is still there. They might actually find the kill on Sikai's, and they will. SOG landing as well. Toy gets to participate in that fight.
They should have, because of that constant pressure from SRG. Cram could be in trouble here.
Oh, the damage coming in from Sutsujin on the Akai in the early game. You also have to respect it, but EDOC
still able to survive that. Yeah, he burned the flicker. So that's something, that's a battle spell down, and RQ has continued to put pressure where they can. But still, even up in this top side, Cram's going to be bullied out a little bit as that work's being done. But the turtle's up, so that's the focus now as both teams rotate for this turtle. Already at half health here.
Another Last Insanity committed. Better Airstrike 2. Great control over the Lord, and somehow Sikai's gets to secure it for themselves. Dyren doing a great job zoning out multiple members of SRG, but will be forced to use the Purify just to get away because he nearly gets caught in that situation. So despite how things have been going for the past 2 games,
him showing up like just a little bit, delayed them or stopped actually SRG from being like, let's make a play on this tier 1, going for it. But Yumes will hold on to that Tsunami Slam. They're going to fight for the third turtle, though.
Oh, they get to force out the Crimson Beacon at least, but E-Dog still doesn't go for the way of the dragon on Stormy. Innocent gets the last hit on the turtle, and it was a heavy spin committed just to get out for RRQ. So this is where you start seeing some of their skills that are meant for setups be used defensively instead, and that's when you know that SRG are getting hold of the better game so far. We'll just decide to trade things out, however, so at least they get 2 turrets down in the bottom lane.
It's surprising that that was even an attempt. You know, because Edok doesn't have the flicker now. That's actually a pretty big battle spell that the Cho needs to possibly set things up. That turret's going to be pushed down by RQ up top. They're going to go ahead and start up this Lord. SRG takes control of it. It's a half health. And let's see if RRQ can go ahead and contest it. They're showing face here already in the jungle.
No fettered airstrike for Stormy, but still decides to join the fight here. Last Insanity taking down Edok. Dyred zoning out the other members. Toy also works on Stormy from behind. Yumes will be the next to fall. It's a double kill for Sekai's, and he also gets that turtle. Now Dyred is still alive up against 2 members, but Toy is actually making things happen. Finds a triple up against SRG.
Okay, they got the Lord for SRG, but hey, RRQ wins the fight. They get a triple for Toy. He's going to go 1v1 actually against Cram. He'll have to clear this out. Dyren is there too, but they'll hold it down in the mid lane. And Cram just going to go ahead and jump on into the air and just wait for the rest of the team to come back. So this Lord basically doesn't get much at all for SRG, if anything.
Yeah. The way that Toy is just able to pressure it has been doing wonders for RRQ, and now they decide to work on Dyren in the bottom lane. Edok will be surprising them from behind, however, decides to commit the kick onto Innocent, but there will be no follow-up. And now Innocent responds with the Blazing Do It, forces out the flicker as well.
Look at Toy.
Look at how these teams just keep forcing things out of each other, but again, as you mentioned, Toy, he just gets the better trades.
Tor's doing work. Cram's going to spot him out, jumps on him with Bravest Fighter. He's going to go hand in hand, a gun versus a sword, gets the stun down, but Toy still has some space to work with. Last Insanity comes through as Sekai's will finally shut down Toy. There's been some instances where we see them going and just getting battle spells down from SRG.OG Esports, and this might be one of them. Goes for the kick.
Oh, they get to isolate the jungler, but the Last Insanity will be committed still. Better airstrike as well, somehow keeping him safe, but Cram all alone finds a stun onto Toy, but up against 3 might not be able to survive this. Edok on the other side of the map gets traded down as well, and Sutsujin gets bursted down as the Akai.
Toy's in trouble.
Blazing Do It, and now Toy definitely in trouble as he gets taken down. Flicker still available for Yumes, keeping him safe as well, but Dyren barely surviving this fight. Innocent will not allow Rins to close in anymore, and they will freely get their hands on this Lord. Really, is Sekai still the best target to go for in terms of those setups if you're Edok? Because it's more than just the follow-up that they could provide. It's also whether or not that target can actually make it out alive. But now RRQ with a clapback tries to go for Stormy first. Won't be able to find a way out of it anymore. They know that they've already taken out some resources away from SRG.OG. So now they get themselves back.
I'm not sure if that was all on the same mindset there on what they wanted to do around the Lord, because they got Sandwich in. There's a Tsunami Sam. They get the Purify out. They're still going to fight it down the mid. Toy is there, trying to clear that wave out to get this tier 1. Edok might still jump in on this. He's got to be careful as Cram locks him in.
Oh, gets to stun multiple members, and that's gonna be a beautiful opportunity for Sekai's to go in with the double. Innocent gets to shred down Sutsujin time and time again. Whenever the team fights break out, it's only Rins left. Another Bravest Fighter program. Yumes blocking their path, and the Tsunami Slap to finish things off as SRG.OG in the blink of an eye seal the deal and take match point.
The biggest worry that I had in this game, it was mainly because every single time we saw a fight actually break out, towers, tier 1 and as well as tier 2 collapsing off of the second turtle in the game.
Did they just go for the Granger?
Yeah, I think that might be their best bet. They need to even out the range. Yeah, they do lock in the Granger. Oh, RRQ brought out their big guns as Edok, Stigreal.
It's a little bit more I would say, assured to get a setup instead of the Cho. You can see already the pressure, though.
Oh, fortunately, Rins gets to reposition,
Cram.
so won't get taken out just yet. But the Phantom Execution gets delayed by a bit through that knock-up. Still, everyone gets to survive, though. Maybe not Stormy if the last hit still connects, but they just get to force out the recalls, and I feel like that's already something
Dyron?
massive for RRQ. Dyron literally going at it. Yume's forced to flicker. Better Dare Strike also committed by Rins. So they've done a really good job already, even without getting these kills.
Here, Dyron's coming back. He's like, I have a flicker. I got to the Dark Wave. He goes anyway. I knew he was going to do it. He had the flicker available, and they get the call to come back.
They had to get the kills because I feel like that's where RRQ literally gets activated, when they're able to just set the tempo and keep the pace, but now they seem to go after Toy. He has no way out of that storm, or Innocent.
But once these next objective fights break out, that's where, you know, it's going to be kind of important that Cram is able to go ahead and utilize the glue against Dyron's Phoveus here.
Yeah.
But also, it's just the case. Look at the damage already on Innocent.
Cancelled by the knockup from the title strike, though, but the Phantom Execution just in time. Sutsujin gets to land it on Innocent, now looking after Stormy. Doesn't land the Thorn Rose, though. We don't even know what item he's going for first.
We don't, but look at this, the fight for the Turtle. Suzujin proven that he can play the Assassins as well, of course. Turtle secured, second one in the hands of RRQ. SRG might have a kill on the board, but other than that play they made on Toy earlier on, tough to deal with when you're getting set up in the mid lane, especially around this. They're going to go with the implosion in the setup.
Dyron goes in, but has the flicker to keep himself alive. Actually went for the Blade Armor first item, but the damage from Rins already too much. Edok actually finds a setup onto Yumes in the top lane, and Toy gets last hit. What a better way to establish this early game for RRQ. Toy gets involved, gets some kills.
You know, so he went in with Sacred Hammer, that was fine, didn't get anything, but ultimately they're playing around this last turtle of the game. The turret in the bottom does go down. Traction Pulse going to be used again, but tanky enough to deal with this. They might try to go ahead and just set up for the turtle. Just focus on that. Everybody from RRQ is here. Sakai's, I don't think he makes it in time, so that's 3 for 3 objectives now for RRQ. At least for SRG, they go and put a push on that tier 1 turret.
But does Innocent know that Rins is there?
They're going to know he's there anyway.
Oh, now they find out! Better Dare Strike lands onto Innocent. That was so unfortunate.
The question was did Rins know? You know, like, I'm pretty sure because he calls Suzujin either to come clear that wave, and then you can see the difference here in terms of itemization. Toy has no problem taking down this tier 2 up the top side. So the map is pretty open for RRQ. Conceal's going to be used.
Okay.
I don't think they are able to catch anyone, but if they get a shield this early on,
that's
great for RRQ.
Oh my goodness, that was a Purify already forced out of Stormy when all other members of RQ weren't even nearby, but the Oki Shadow Kill gets split up against 4 members. Somehow Cram also gets to mount on Edok, but they won't be going with the fight just yet. Title Strike to deny Sutsujin. Spear of Misery also to push him back a bit, but look at the damage and the sustain coming in from RRQ. Now Innocent next on the chopping block, trying to at least push Edok away, but that didn't stop Dyron, that didn't stop the other members, but that's a Tsunami Slam already committed onto Edok. Won't be able to cast a setup just yet, but look at how Rins positions himself with the Better Dare Strike. So Tsujin goes in with the Phantom Execution, finds the kill onto Stormy. There's a knock-up as well coming in from Yumes, but look at the Rhapsodies from Toy, now isolating Sakai's and gets a double on the Granger.
A great initiation, a great sandwich play under the tier 2. RQ balloons themselves to an 11,000 gold lead. Can they end the game here?
It seems like the kingdom is only after one thing. Sutsujin gets the kill on Innocent. Rins great positioning just to clear the waves, and they will deliver indeed. We are heading into a game number 5.
By the 3rd minute, right? We saw that double kill that happened down by bot side. The fact that we didn't see Stormy hit level 4 on time, the fact that we also saw the punishment of Cram losing out on 2 waves punish, put a brass tacks on them, it's still hard.
All right, real quick, your vibe, is it SRG or RRQ, Gideon?
I'm thinking that RRQ have a much better lineup this time around.
Trex?
I like RQ's draft overall. Not saying that SRG's isn't possible to pull off.
Such a good back and forth for both of these teams so far. No clear advantage just yet. It might happen here.
And a lot of this brings it to the first objective. The turtle, a charge up from Edok.
Oh, he flickered to go in, and the feathered airstrike. Things look so good for RRQ, but the objective falls into the hands of SRG.OG. AOG also committed by Edok as well, but they might not get anything more out of that. Reposition themselves and get out, but now they decide to go in and commit onto the kill, maybe on Sakai, maybe on Crab, but he still has the puncture to get out. Now, there is the mount coming in from Crab. They will find the kill on Dyron instead.
Great job there from Cram to go ahead and bring Dyron back. Sakai's on the Lancelot, can just kind of join into this fight, and that's why they make their way here. Cram's going to zone out Rins for now, and RQ will pull off, and he'll go for the reset.
It could have been a 3v3, but now SRG, it seems like they're all complete. Phantom Execution already committed. They just a slight reset, but still Sakai gets the last hit. There's the penetration coming from Innocent as well, and they get to burst down Dyron. They have to walk away. They already lost a member.
And I thought both gold laners would actually join that, but totally decided to do some extra damage to that mid turret. And the fact that the kill and the objective go over help that. Oh no! Stormy!
Such a well-coordinated attack from Sutsujin and Rins. The first hit from the feathered airstrike didn't land, so it wasn't an immediate stun, but Sutsujin was there either way to supply a bit more of damage. And now what Toy has been really trying to work on is finally handed over to RRQ. That's the first turret that's taken down in this game. And
here we go, concealed from Yums. He's going for it.
That's a flicker title strike into the Medic Rage for Dyron. Gets bursted down once again. The Kalea Beatrix combo, reposition out of there.
Well, they want this turret.
Yeah, but they might have to hand over this turret, not unless they really want to fight for it. Now Edok pays with his life.
A great shot from Innocent. I'm not sure if they'll get more, but they've been down on this bottom side of the map quite a bit. Good clearing up there on top too. Aaron Cram in trouble.
That's a decent amount of damage, but another Medic's Rage to burst down Dyron. Always the victim of the Medic's Rage. Electrifying beats from Sutsujin, though nearly taking down Innocent, but he has a flicker. Phantom Execution doesn't land as well, and they just get a bit of information, but will have to let go of this turtle for now.
They fought really hard for all of this in the last minute. They spent so much time on this side of the map. They'll get the objective. They'll take a little bit more.
It's Yums and Innocent.
It's the boys.
It's the boys. The way they're just so coordinated so far in this game, it's doing wonders for SRG.OG. I feel like this is the most coordinated we've seen them so far. Sutsujin barely surviving that. Sakai's will he decide to dash in once again. There's the electrifying beats! Just barely touches the Thorgros.
Hold on for a little longer because Sutsujin getting really close there. Endless battle now picked up for Sakai. So there's going to be a fight.
Oh, Tsunami Slam committed onto Dyron again, but has the flicker. Doesn't get to receive the Medic's Rage this time. But again, Edok's brought back, but has the AOG to also get away.
Now they want control of this tier 1 up top, but it should be cleared up. Sakai's is here. He's going to go for it.
Doesn't land the Phantom Execution, but has enough damage to deal with Rins.
Big item pickup here too for Cram. A Radiant Armor now available. Some of that magic resist going to play into the part. They're going to go for the slam.
Oh, Edok is the target once more here. Receives the Bennett's Rage once again and gets blasted by SRG.OG. That's a successful pickup for their team right as the Lord has spawned in the bottom lane. But if you look at majority of the other members or the teams, it's just pretty equal. It's mostly really on the EXP lane, which I feel SRG.OG was really keen on trying to shut down. Phantom Execution towards Rins and Toy, but Dyron gets bursted down once again. Sutsujin goes in, but might just have to disengage. Innocent, he flickered in. He knew he had the damage.
He knew he had it, but now they don't have a jungler. And right now, RRQ, even without Dyron, they could go ahead, set things up for their favor. Unless SRG does something about it. AOG in the mid lane, Cram.
AOG to the face. Enoch doing a great job at surviving
Here's
and
Innocent.
sustaining, but Sutsujin might come from the side, try to burst down a couple members here from SRG.OG, but now Innocent with the Renner could only do so much. I feel like he just switched it a moment ago, so he couldn't dish out that much damage if he doesn't target it well enough. Oh, but he wasn't in the range of the Bennett's rage. That saved Enoch.
Sutsujin looking for more, gonna go under the turret with the beats, under the tier 1, but stopped in his tracks. And it has been a back and forth, all of this.
Looking for the targets to set up with the Tsunami Slam, or just to literally deny RRQ from chasing down the other members of SRG.OG, similar to what happened with Sutsujin earlier right now. But there's the feathered airstrike, another two-man knockup coming in from the title strike. Toy, unfortunately, is the first to fall for RRQ. You do not want that.
Sutsujin, he can still come in from that backside, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks. Cram will zone them out. It might come down to a retribution battle if they decide to go for it.
Oh, Rins, will he cast his ultimate right now? Gets threatened here by Sakai as he goes in. AOG out for Enoch, but they find the kill on Tyrant. Now Sutsujin might not find the right angle to go in anymore. He's only left alone here as SRG take the Lord. Keep them on their toes, and for Rins to just not be able to dish out the feathered airstrike as often as he wanted to. Even in that moment where he has the vision on the objective, he just couldn't because too many members of SRG.OG could decide to dive in at any given moment.
He doesn't have much defense at all. You know, he's got the blade armor, but that's about it. And a little extra defense. Now, that might be somewhat okay in consideration he's playing a Phobius, but if you're picked off with the Tsunami Slam and then immediately deleted, then the value of Innocent's got 5 kills. That's really good for Toy, but if he's taken out early, you lose a lot of that.
Cyclone Eye into his death! Tyrant did not anticipate that, but Sakai's, they find the kill onto Toy as well. Sutsujin gets to trade out Sakai's, but that's an exchange of 3.
It's a 3-to-1 trade, Brigida, right now. SRG, they know the shield is down. They're going to push into the base turret.
Oh, Purify already used there by Rins. He had to dodge the traction pulse. Conceal coming in from SRG.OG. They only want one thing, and they're gonna go for the end. The defending champions, the Red Giants, will remain, and they shall prevail over the kingdom.